sorry, you know. And where's that Maple Leaf swag? See, Montreal Canadiens personally give us this stuff. I have yet to see anything from Toronto after all these years of playing Maple Leaf Gardens.
You know, this is my third tour with this band. Close to 200 shows, probably. I don't even have a Maple Leafs pair of socks.
I don't.
I don't have a Blue Jays, nothing. You figure working
I haven't even got anything from the Blue Jays, but Montreal Canadiens, being the great team that they are, have come through.
You figure working
time and time again, every time I'm there.
The biggest Canadian band ever, right?
You think?
Biggest Canadian band ever. I mean,
you'd think their hometown of Toronto, the Blue Jays and the Maple Leafs would pop up some swag for the crew.
Come on.
But no, Montreal
Let me hear
has to.
Let me hear it. Speak the truth. Can I get an amen?
Amen. Do I get a harumph?
Harumph out of that guy. Just about everybody out on this tour, everybody owns a guitar or plays piano or plays drums or is a drummer or something. 90, way high percentage of roadie-dom in some way, shape, or form is a closeted guitar player. I certainly am. Brad, the front of house mixer, is an excellent piano player. Russ, the bass tech, played guitar and bass for years. All backline guys secretly want to be rock stars. Even though they claim they don't, they really do.
Yeah, monitor engineers too dumb, so they have to become monitor engineers.
Yeah.
He's right, though. Those backline guys wish they were rock stars.
If I had the talent to be a rock star, I would. But I don't, so...
Brad was a rock star.
Brad was kind of a rock star.
We're not going here, okay? Turn that off.
I'm a musician myself. I think that helps. Or hurts, I don't know. It doesn't make me any smarter. It just means that I guess I can look at the sound the way the musicians would look at the sound to some extent.
You know, as much as we don't admit it in public, or on cameras, I guess, there is some little bit of us all that would love to be the guy on stage. For me, it wouldn't be for the fame. I'm pretty happy with my life with most of the other things that might be involved in being the rock star. But I think it would be really cool to be able to put forth the art that I have created with 2 or 3 or 4 other guys, depending on how many are in the band. I think it would be really cool to be able to put forth that art on a nightly basis to an audience that is receptive to it. Yeah, absolutely. Would I trade the rock and roll lifestyle? No. Would I trade one night standing in front of 18,000 people? Yeah, maybe.
I started up there, and I much prefer this. And I mean, I don't want somebody else to tell me what they want and figure out a way to make that happen. I want to sit around and collectively work on a thing and have that be the end result, and then me be in command of it. But I've done that, and it's okay. It's just a whole different headspace.
This is how all the lines from the stage, the various microphones and direct inputs get into our consoles. Up on deck, there's the connector that looks a lot like that. It goes to a box that is an input. You plug a microphone into the box. This connector carries, for all practical purposes, 14 microphone cables in it. So that way, instead of having to run a whole crap load of mic cables over to here, our good friend Anson here runs one big cable that carries 14 mic cables. He just plugs it in right here. It's just called a multi-pin, and that's what these boxes do. It's how it's the interconnect to the stage. And what we're doing now is hooking up the various interconnects between the console and our racks to make, hopefully, everything work. It would be helpful if I run it in the right direction. Everything out here, just about everything out here, there's a spare of. There are pieces that it would be financially unfeasible to carry spares of. For instance, this. You wouldn't carry, well, let me change that. Sound companies wouldn't carry 3 of these. One for monitors, one for front of house. Lighting companies, it is, to be quite honest, de rigueur to carry 3 lighting consoles because their crap breaks. Now, as soon as I say that, tonight my shit will go down, so.
When Backstage Secret returns, Brad Maddox cranks up 160,000 watts of pure power.
I went to college to learn how to do that, you know.
So basically what we do to be able to aim the PA in the right place, Brad walks the entire arena and he tells Joe or I via the radio where to physically pull the motors to aim each speaker so that we hit every seat in the house.
Okay, when you're ready, Brad, we'll bump up on 2.
All right, let me get over there. Bumping up on 2.
Yeah, that's good.
You still okay up there?
Yeah, the top's fine. Don't worry about the top. Just turn to the bottom.
All right. So basically, Brad just told me that it's where the PA is aimed, because we take it up and then we can physically use those motors to give us the vertical coverage. And we tilt it and point it and do all kinds of fancy things like that. And now it supposedly is hitting every seat in the arena where there's going to be a human ear, in theory. Half the people in this audience don't know what in the hell I do. They have absolutely no clue what I do. And that's just fine with me, actually. I can sit over here and when, Delbert dips up in the 12th row is yelling at me, turn up the guitar, turn up the bass, turn down the vocal, whatever it is, I can just look at him and hey, that's not me. I'm doing something completely different. But because I have an audio console in front of me, he thinks I have something to do with it, when I don't. My one guy that on this tour has been a little more particular is Alex and his guitar levels. Not good, not bad, not indifferent, just they change based on the room, how much reverberation is in the room. A really reverberant room with a tin roof, and it's really hard to get that guitar to cut through. A really tight sounding, non-reverberant building, and it's very easy to get the guitar to cut through. Plastic seats versus wooden seats versus cloth seats versus vinyl covered seats. How many people? Here's a big weird one. You go into a room this size, if it's winter, the room sucks up more when there's people in than it does in summer with people in. And everybody goes, oh, that makes no sense. Everybody wears long sleeves in the winter. More people wear hats in the winter. Skin is actually quite reflective. Cloth is not. So the guys like having the best equipment, and they allow me to make the choices that I think are the best for them to use. The strange thing about roadiedom, about being a roadie, is nowadays it's a lot easier to do it later into your years. I mean, CB is well into his 50s and George is in his 50s. So we've got some guys that are into their 50s, and I don't want to grow old and die on the road, but it's kind of something that gets into you. The idea of working a 9-to-5 job would involve me going to prison for murder, because I can't do it. I've tried and I just don't like it. I dislike it so much I won't do it.
We are putting pink noise through the PA, which is basically random signal that is equal energy at all frequencies. And what we're reading, what it's measuring through the computer, is the response we're getting out of the PA, which of course in a perfect world would be equal energy at all frequencies. It's not, but we get it, so we make some adjustments and try to look at this graph and get out the stuff that's really